I'm gonna tell you guys one thing. This was one of the hardest things to set up, but I'm gonna tell you it's so much worth it because we have the biggest and baddest and just the craziest PvPers in the system right now in Bladers Rebirth. These guys are absolutely wild and they're gonna go against each other for so much money. I'm gonna try to set up billions here for them to actually have a proper Bladers Rebirth tournament. This unofficial tournament shall go down in history as one of the best, one of the biggest, one of the craziest tournaments that Bladers Rebirth has ever had. This is the Battle of Giants, and I can assure you that this one is going to be worth watching. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, what is poppin'? It is so good to see you guys here. So I had to make some drastic changes, which is a little sad because some people were not sure, some of them were dropping out, and then the whole structure didn't make sense anymore. We had 20 people, and actually throwing in their buys is a little, I don't know. We tried to make it work, but it's still like, it would turn out that we either had 4 buys or we had one person that would straight go to the finals without having any battles at all, and I thought I didn't really like that, so we had to cut it down to 16 people where everything is even. There's gonna be the matches and there's no buys in it and everything is fine. So we have 16 people. The people that I actually cut out were the people that came in the last or didn't respond to my messages. These guys, if they are still interested, if this tournament will be successful, I will do another tournament with a small entry fee so I can actually collect all of the money together, and these guys will not have to pay any you know, just entry fee basically. So you're here for the matchups. We have changed the rules just a little bit. Everything is on my Discord server, so if you're not part of it yet, there's a few people that haven't joined yet. You can go on there or not. So we changed the match format from 60 to 90 seconds, which is quite important. Then we also have the lock-in mode, which means you have to actually submit 2 bays. You can switch between those 2 bays after each battle. You can switch your bay, and they have to be locked in via screenshot to me. Obviously, I work with everyone very closely together, also with the higher-ups, and I'm not going to be sharing any builds. I'm not going to be making any videos of these builds or anything, so don't worry about that. Of course, I mean, if there's a build that I'm going to talk about, and it happens to be one of the ones that they are using, then that's out of my power, basically, because I'm not gonna like lock myself with that. But in general, I'm not gonna yeah, just share anything like that. Of course, the fights are randomized, so clan people could fight with the same clan. That's important. You will see that in a second. There's a resistance limit of 2, which means don't put more than 2 resistance parts on your bay. Then we have practice. These all will be practice matches, of course. Sportsmanship, very important. No hate, you know, I don't want people beefing against each other and stuff like that. There was a Whirlpool bug. I'm still figuring it out. As of now, I think Whirlpool is a good to go. We're also going to record these matches. That means if somebody's using some sort of a bug where they're not taking any damage, then of course, yeah, we will be taking drastic changes against that. Also, another bug that was lifted is the Dragon Strike bug. You can use it now. Everything is fine with that. And there's also the no-show policy, basically. If you don't show up or respawn within the next 24 hours after I DM'd you, then I will have to remove you from the tournament. Otherwise, the whole structure is falling apart again. It's very important that when I message you, because I'm trying to set up the matches basically dedicated to your time zone, so we can make these guys match up. Since it's randomized, it's a little difficult with the time zones, but yeah, we'll make it work somehow. Then, yeah, of course, everything will be recorded. All of the matches will be recorded, and the final will be live streamed. If I would live stream one whole big event, people wouldn't make it because of the time zones. So I have to record each and individual fight. I'm gonna commentate over it with Kamzi. I'm not so sure about Junkyard yet because he hasn't really replied to me yet, but I'll make sure that he maybe will get on. I don't know. We'll see. And that's basically the rules that we have as of now, and we're gonna start off with the matchups now. Trust me, this is gonna be interesting. Oh, by the way, girlfriend is in the house here as well. I should have mentioned you maybe a little earlier. I'm sorry about that. I'm very much in the yeah, tournament mode. So let's get to the first matchups, and this one's gonna be really tough ones. Like the first round, these matchups are crazy because they're all so good. It's so difficult. You know, at first I thought I'm gonna switch a few here and there because it doesn't seem fair, but then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna randomize the whole thing, and that's what we got now. So please, guys, don't be mad with who got matched up. This was 100%, I swear down, it was randomized by this site called Challenge. By the way, I also have a link to the live ticker. You can click on the link in the info box below. This will get you to the tree, basically, to the brackets at who's gonna be fighting who. So we're gonna start off with the first match, and that's gonna be, this is a big one. We have actually a staff leader. I think they're in the same clan as well. It's gonna be a tough one, and we have Kapowski, we have Cyu versus Trent. These are both very, very known people in the community. These are very, I mean, I think Trent is the #1 on the server right now, the leaderboard #1. Many people have their eyes on Trent. Cyu is also very, very well known due to the staff team, right? Cyu, I think Cyu is a senior mod. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's a senior mod. So this one's gonna be an interesting matchup between these two. I hope everything. I hope that they're gonna be still friends right after this match. So this is the first one that I'm gonna be setting up. It's gonna start off with a banger. Honestly, when I saw this, and I was like, "Whoa, that's gonna be the first one." That's a great start to the tournament. So yeah, these two are gonna go at it, and that's gonna be the first match. I'm gonna message all of you. Don't worry about times and dates and when we're going to do this. So right now, I'm not gonna give you any information on when that fight is going to happen. But in the next few, I would say, hours or days, I will let everybody know what's actually going to happen. So that is the first fight. Very interesting. Then we have the second fight, which is going to again, we have staff members here all over. It's wild. The next fight is going to be Zelkoro versus Noa. So I did some digging as well on Zelkoro. People said that he used to be a really, really strong PvP player as well. Noa, of course, been working on her build for a long time. So this is another banger setup. I'm gonna tell you, I'm super hyped about this fight as well, this battle, so to speak. Yeah, nothing much more to say other than this one's gonna be a big one. All of these matches are crazy because they're all well-known people, so they're all shredding right now. So yeah, anyways, we got that. That's the second one. Then we have the third one, which is another banger, bro. This is just crazy. We have Kenta versus Jakali. By the way, if I missed your clan name in your name, you just have to DM me and I will update your name, because I don't know who is in what clan and stuff, so I don't really know. I just know the reputation because I had to do some research here on who's really good. By the way, Kenta was also helping me a little bit with the structure of this whole thing, so shout out goes to you. There's so many people, also thanks to the sponsors and Kamzi for helping me with the brackets, and there's so many people in there. Trent, also, like, just all of you, you guys are awesome. I think Trent and Qazy, whatever the name is, they're huge donors to this one as well. So yeah, very, very big thanks to you guys. So yeah, Kenta and Jakali going at it. That's quite wild as well. Trust me, every single fight of these are just nasty, man. I mean, we want to know, right? We want to know what's going on. All right, next one. Let me open this one up. The next fight, which is the fourth one, is going to be Kuzuto versus Jan. Again, big names, big fights, everybody. So really interested on that. These are the two that also have 100% set that down. Same goes for Kenta and all of the other ones that, as I have mentioned right now, they're all there. This is another banger setup here that we have with this matchmaking. I swear to you, I just randomized it, so this is what the randomization machine really wants to happen, and I absolutely agree with those. This is, I think, is it the first Immortal versus Luna fight? I'm not entirely sure. I would have to check in a second. We all know that there's a little bit of clan beef going on, a little bit of competitiveness here and there, so this one will be an interesting one. Anyways, let's get to the next fight that we have set up here, and that is Muzik versus Mark Trey. Another Immortal member. I don't know about Muzik, where Muzik is right now. I would have to research a little more. You guys, again, you guys can let me know what's popping and who's going to be in what clan, so I can, you know, just put it in there. So I only know a few people here and there, and that's why I put the clan names in there. Anyways, another bangers, like really. I know Mark Trey for quite some time. I know that he's been really active in the PvP scene. Not so much about Muzik. I haven't seen Muzik in-game. I'm not entirely sure. But here again, we did have a few conversations here and there, so I am very interested in that matchup. Now, I wasn't sure if it's the same Muzik that I did an interview a long time ago when we did a developer interview. I don't know if it's the same Muzik, because there was somebody that was called Muzik with his Z as well. It might be the same guy, but I'm not 100% sure. If so, that would be absolutely wild, honestly. Alright, so let's get to the next matchup that we have here. And this one's going to be an interesting one. I'm sorry, Aquiz, I don't know how to say that name. I kept forgetting that guy. Like, I knew he was part of it, and I kept making videos, and I'm like, yeah, these guys are in it, but I never mentioned him, because he was one of the last people also that joined in. So yeah, there you go, you're in, bro, you're here, you're getting your minutes now, and I'm absolutely hyped for this, because people say that Flippie is a really strong PvPer as well, so this one's gonna be definitely a tough challenge. How far this will go, only time will tell, but I'm absolutely hyped for this one as well. So let's get to the next fight. The next fight is going to be probably one of the biggest hype fights as well. We have, let me show you, this is really interesting. We have Max versus Qazy. Bro, I asked this guy, how do you say your name? And he says everybody calls it differently, so I'm just gonna call him the way I want to. I'm gonna go Qazy, Qazy, whatever it is. But this guy is probably the most hyped person on the Discord channel, because he's, I don't know, everybody's talking about him, so he must have something, he must have it, you know. So I'm really interested. And Max basically is an infamous player, is an infamous PvP player, also from Germany, by the way, which I figured out. He heard about this tournament because he was banned on the Discord server, for whatever reason. There was stuff going on, I don't know. And he said that he definitely wants to be part of it, and people told me that he is a really good player. So these two in this matchup might be a very important matchup for all of the other people in this tournament to see who they might be fighting against each other. People have these two in the finals. There's some, I'm gonna talk about the people that are like the most talked about in a second, but these two are definitely part of that. So this matchup, I don't mind seeing at all. So yeah, let's see what's happening, man. Like, this is gonna be a crazy tournament. Like, you can see by my enthusiasm on this one, like, I'm really hyped about this one, because people are talking about these people. I want to see what these guys got. And then for the last fight, we got, let me show you guys, Snok. I'm gonna call him Snok or Snok. I don't, yeah, again, names, man. And we have Onyxbog. So Snok and Onyxbog. Between Crymore and Immortal, another clan versus clan matchup, which I'm very interested about. I've been hearing a lot more about Crymore in the last few days that I have ever, you know, before. So these guys, they always battle between like the second, third, or something place like that. So yeah, really interested in seeing these two really go at each other and see who will represent their clan. Again, there's also clans fighting within each other, you know, so as we can see here with Luna, I think that was in the, I don't even know, do we have Immortal versus Immortal? Anyways, these are the people now that we have as a setup, and it looks, I personally think this is a cool setup. It's a very interesting setup. You will have clans go against each other and clans go between against each other, like within the clan. So very nice, cool thing here. We have a few, I think it's about 3-4 clans that we have in here. I'm not entirely sure, maybe 3. Yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck to everybody. I will DM you guys for the fights, okay? Peace out.